Some of the visuals of the sets, we were either against a green screen or just because of, we never know. But quite honestly, for the first time, I've seen
the visuals,
the surroundings,
correct,
and it's just unbelievable. And my God, I always wonder how Nagi had this vision.
That's what I was saying. It's all in his. It was all in his mind.
No, and even for us who like breathe in, breathe out with him every day, we'll be like, sometimes, what are we shooting? Which scene are we shooting?
What we've created is only like the 30% of the set. Like, for example, where you guys were fighting, it's just the bridge where we shot for a long
but now
time.
you see
but now there's a whole
done.
city there. So,
when we watch the world, we started watching some of the CG shots and fully built sets, we're like, wow, this is what this man had in his head, fully there. Like he knew what he was doing.
I think she knew what he was doing.
What did your husband tell first? I'm like,
the first sentence, what did he say about the film? The first, when he's like, he should tell you first.
No, Nagi's the biggest expression would be like,
no. The first time when he told about the story or the movie, what he wanted to make. He told you first, I think, as I remember.
Yeah, so basically he just said like, I have this story, one word, he just said like, there's a small story that I really like, but there's another one, another one, which is like a really like something that I would do at another stage, but if I don't do this now,
then I might not be able to
do it again.
And then he for some reason went on saying in his own words, I'd say, that this is something India deserves now. We will have to tell this sort of storytelling in India. We have to have our own, stories like this. So this has been there with him for the longest time. And apparently he wanted to do it with Prabhas like ages back. I don't even know how.
First film you want to do with
apparently with this film, and then
no, the fact that we are able to mix mythology with something futuristic is so unique.
Yeah, it's unique, sir.
And very intelligent.
Yeah,
very intelligent. Most of India, all of India recognizes our mythology and our history and our culture, and whatever our traditions.
And what could go wrong?
And what could go wrong. But to be able to bring that and make it sound real, we'll be disclosing a lot of the story if we do that, but the fact is that by the end of the film, you will actually believe what you saw. And that is the vision that, will make the success of the director, of the production and the film also. But Prabhas, you worked in similar subjects earlier also.
This is like this.
Bahubali, for example, was
periodic.
Was a little periodic.
This is future.
Here, there is period and the future mixed together. It's just, it must have been an experience.
And my character is like, it has a lot of, it has grey, superhero, funny. So I think
the first time you have humor.
Humor I did for like, before Bahubali I did. But for other than Telugu, I think this first time they're watching me in humor. Funny character with superhero, with grey shade. So I think the way he wrote, I think this is the best character ever in my life.
No.
The way he wrote it.
And also I have to say that, one of the most difficult casting ever was Kamal sir.
Yeah. He was so worried.
We were like, we were shooting, but then like Yaskin, when is Yaskin coming? The whole film is Yaskin, but where is Yaskin? And how would you cast this person who's equivalent to, or like, mightier than these two superheroes? And then who is it? And then we could only think, we were like, we were
behind for
1 year, sir, easily 1 year. Easily 1 year.
And I was telling, why will he do it? Don't torture me. Just leave.
It's not a question of torture, because self-doubt becomes, you've done this, he has done this, he has done this, what am I going to do? That was the reason why and it's not that I've played bad guys before, even as a lead bad guy. Psychopaths and all that, but this is something else.
Yeah. First time, we are lucky to have Kamal sir.
The detailing of the equipments that are going to be there, like the bus, for example. And the car,
You had
Bujji,
a
for
auto.
example. and I didn't know that Bujji was made in India.
It is fully
Made by
sir.
Mahindra
made
and one
in
of the,
Mahindra.
It was made by Mahindra and J Motors, and
Yeah.
also a lot of young Indian engineers.
Engineers.
A lot
It's
of
just
young,
unbelievable.
yeah.
Many a times I used to ask Nagi when I went on the set and said, "Okay, how did you think of this?" He said, "There are companies that have think tanks, and we gave them the idea, and they come up with projections, and then we approve something."
Even for our storyboard, you came up with a new guy. I suggested somebody.
Correct, sir.
We even tried that.
Correct, sir. Yes.
It's not that they have a team and they'll never try anything new. Because we tried, we didn't like it.
Yeah.
We,
Yes.
we came back.
For your
So
look.
there was still experimentation.
Yes.
Even my look, I don't know, it must have changed about 5 times at least.
Yeah.
Costume,
Agreed.
look,
Yeah.
everything.
No, and also Nagi is very fortunate to be working with you two, especially at your stature. You're willing to experiment with him. You're willing to explore things with him. So in one of the interviews which he just did, they said, was it a big pressure? Shooting with Bachchan sir and Kamal sir. He said, initially, I was like, I found it very funny and silly that I would actually direct both of them. then, it felt so easy because they both said, don't make me an Amitabh Bachchan, don't make me a Kamal Hassan. Do something else with us. He had the same notion with both of you all, and he enjoys working with you both so much. Absolute no pressure. I'm like, you were directing them, and he has no pressure on his face. So I think it's a great synergy.
I don't know about you, but it's terrible to be able to even think like this. I don't want to play myself. But what is myself? I'm not me. With all due respects, we're all fakes in front of the camera anyway. We're playing fake characters. The writer is a true genius. He dreams, he thinks. But all of us are fake. So, what is it about me? It's nothing. It's just something that you've seen in a visual in a film. It's not that this is how we are.
But Aminji, that's a gyan you get after 2025.
And Deepika, first time you're doing a Telugu film, it's like completely different from the Bollywood, or little different, or very, very different.
No, I mean, I
And
think
Nagi is very different for us also, because in the first story when he told me, I could hear only 20%. Other part I asked my friends, like, what is I didn't understand. So he's like, it should have been tough for you from Bollywood to this.
no, I mean, I think that world of the movie, which I think is new, even for the audience, it's new. But I think as actors, you're not really thinking. I think when you emote, the language I think comes secondary. It's
No, the language is a
emotion
problem.
is what, and I think that's the language of cinema, right? It's transcends borders. So you can act in English, you can act in Telugu, you can act in Hindi, but I think as long as the emotion, you can just say so much with your eyes without saying anything at all and be able to convey that emotion.
And you can show the best
The
with
words
your
are
eyes.
more like a crutch, I feel. So no, I didn't feel like, I'm now working in Telugu cinema, or it didn't feel overwhelming in that sense, because what you're investing in as an actor is the emotional journey of the character.
But for a production of this value and extent, what I found was that until Nagi got the right thing at the right place, he never compromised.
Yeah, it doesn't. Sir.
If he did something